It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's...
And we are underway in Buffalo. This one taken just inside the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And when you come into the league as the #1 guy selected, a lot of hype comes with it. Sometimes that weight can be unbearable. But this young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine. And I love his ability to make a second, third reaction play and create downfield.
That sack by Tremaine Edmonds.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out there on the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
A little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Open man. It's complete to Higgins. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Oh, battle at the line and intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. So we see it right here on the opening drive, throwing the football in these snowing conditions. It's going to be very, very tough. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
Previous play is under review.
At issue here, does the football make contact with the ground before he secured it? And I think some of these angles are going to give us a pretty good look.
Secured is the important part because the ball can touch the ground, but it can't be loose when it does. So that's what they're going to have to try and figure out.
After review of the play, ruling on the field stands.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Throwing on first down is Allen. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Now Allen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it.
Tell me I didn't just see these first two possessions. I mean, is this one of those cases of anything can do
better?
Maybe not better, huh? Worse? Yeah, just a little bit. Very sloppy start. I think maybe a case of the nerves for both teams.
And now we're back to an even playing field. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon to about the 35, 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
10 yards there on a Bengal first.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They go play action with Burrow. This is caught at the 20. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
1st and goal from the 3. To the air again, Burrow. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The 3-yard touchdown pass, and the Bengals have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Now Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing now is Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On the move to his left. Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's good for 28 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Allen now on 1st down. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. Oh, he fakes a spike. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain down.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Josh Allen scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Bills are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was Josh Allen using his legs to polish things off. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's taken in by Higgins. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down. A draw play for Mixon. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Again, it's Mixon. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory, right at the 40. A handoff running left, Mixon. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Oh, this. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singleton. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he stopped behind the line by this Bengals D.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To throw, it's Allen. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Bills have moved out in front. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown by Stephon Diggs. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
To throw again on second down. Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. First down. Here's Burrow. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. He will find his man Chase complete. And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. McPherson's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park with the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, time for a check of the next-gen stats from that first half for Cincinnati. And despite the fact that they're down on the scoreboard, they were able to have some success throwing the football in that opening half. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball
in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Not too many breaks ahead, according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now we move our focus to Stephon Diggs. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
But they'll start the drive here with an end around. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first first down to start the drive, 12 yards. They'll toss this right side to Singletary. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Allen going to try and throw on third down. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he is going to have the Bills first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. What a time for his first catch as they get the conversion on fourth. So the fourth down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Allen now on the sneak, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. Allen going to keep it again. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And Diggs has it. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Second and 5 now. Allen to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. The kick by Bass is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. And all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Here's Burrow. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You can't just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
7 yards there and a first down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the fourth quarter. Singletary on the toss play. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 51 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. They'll give this to Singletary running right. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Another target for Stephon Diggs, and he brings it in. And he is going to have the Bills first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. So after the 4th down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Singletary again. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him. To the air, Allen. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. 2nd down and goal. Allen. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. and they turn it over. They throw for it on 4th and goal at the 1, and the Bengals are going to get the football back. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. But that won't help at all as he's down at the 4-yard line. And Burrow's saying, let's go, let's go. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Hayden Hurst. 96 yards. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. They do tack on the extra point as well. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills ready to take over. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Here's Allen. He gets this complete to Diggs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
All right, let's just put it on the table real quick here. This is 2-minute drill. You got to know they're looking for their #1 receiver.
Yeah, you think they'd be ready for that? That time they weren't. Meanwhile, Allen's throw taken in by Diggs. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. Allen. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Allen. And his throw here's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another first down. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this? Don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Bills getting set to go. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
A good pick up there at 22. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Allen. There's Stephon Diggs for the catch on the slant. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Back-to-back completions, and that puts them in enemy territory.
And we're always looking for that elusive term, momentum, aren't we? And I think they're building it with the back-to-back completions. Now they feel like they can either take a shot.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. Bills are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. What a huge takeaway for this defense. The interception on the opening drive of overtime.
What an absolute disaster of a time for his first interception of the game, because throughout the game, he's made sure to keep the ball away from the other team. He's done a nice job of that. Here, the interception pops up, and now, on the other side of the field, all they're thinking, get 3, and we go home.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.